Vile naona Kasongo akiendelea, anataka kuharibu nchi ndivyo aweze kudeclare state of emergency. Ameona ya kwamba Kasongo ameona siku zake ziko karibu kuisha. Anatuma wahuni kuchoma police stations, anawachoma, kuharibu mali ya serikali, kisha anasema ni wafuasi wetu wanafanya ile. Sisi ajue ya kwamba hatutamruhusu kamwe kukeuka katiba ya Kenya na kupeleka hii nchi kwa state of emergency. Wanataka
And Kenya is not Tanzania. This is a totally different country with a very resilient population who don't buy fear and who are not easily intimidated. In Bore North, William Ruto has spent over 700 million shillings trying to bribe voters. And on the eve of the closure of the campaign period, the people of that area are through with that money. They want to go and vote their men, and that is why now they want to stuff the ballots. And it will not work, and it will not happen. And it is wrong for government officers sitting somewhere in a hotel outside Embu to think that they can go and stuff ballots into ballot boxes where the people live. It is very difficult. It's not easy. So we want to ask IBC not to allow officers into polling stations. And we have asked our agents to demand from the presiding officer that all agents are frisked for weapons. Nobody is supposed to...
You might be asking yourself these questions. Why has President William Ruto not commented on the upcoming by-elections which are supposed to take place tomorrow? And why has the president kept himself away from the campaigns that have been ongoing for the last few days in the upcoming by-election to take place tomorrow? As we speak, a lot of happenings have taken place in the political realm of the Republic of Kenya. As the by-elections are supposed to take place tomorrow, with different places set to choose their leaders, including Bere North, Malava, Kasipul, Ugunja, Banisa, Magarini, all these, including the biggest of them all being the senatorial by-election of Baringo County. President William Ruto is supposed to be out of the country tomorrow when this happens. And we have to ask ourselves this question. The president, as we speak, left the country for Luanda, Angola, where he has been taking high-level continental and international meetings. In a statement that was delivered on Monday, November 24, the State House spokesperson Hussein Mohammed highlighted his itinerary, which involves attending the 7th African Union and European Union Summit, chairing a crucial AU reform session and holding bilateral talks with the European leaders. I quote, President William Ruto departs this afternoon for Luanda, Angola for two key engagements, the 7th African Union European Union Summit and the second session of the AD Hoc Oversight Committee on African Union Institutional Reform, which he will chair as the AU champion for institutional reform, the statement read in part. It explained that the AU-EU summit will focus on other things. But now, let's get back to the country. Kenya is currently going to conduct its by-election all over the country tomorrow, and the president is nowhere to be seen. But this is a strategy that the president has deployed. He himself has not been involved in these by-elections directly but indirectly. And I dare tell you, a statement that was delivered by Mother Karua, the PLP party leader, is a statement that we all should take serious. Why is President William Ruto not involving himself with this by-election? And why is he watching from afar as the country itself sinks into an unexpected turmoil that might take place tomorrow. Remember, on Monday, Rigathi Gachagua happened to tour Narok. Something happened in the said campaign that was led by the DCP party leader. Police officers blocked the Gachagua's battalion that was actually making its way to Narok. Tear gas was thrown everywhere. Gachagua and his team were tear gas, some of them even hurt. All this, the president and the institutions that are working within the government said nothing. Last week, which was on Friday, intelligence reached us that Governor George Natembeya was at the verge of being assassinated while conducting a campaign in Chwele Ward, Kabuchai constituency in Bungoma County. Still, the government led by President William Ruto made no statement in condemning the said attacks on Governor Natembeya, where even live bullets were fired by the goons that were attacking him. Leaving the issue of George Natembeya on that day, we all saw what happened over the weekend in Mbeere North. Moses Kuria was attacked after calling out the president and revealing that the international communities are watching how Kenya is going to conduct its by-election. And Gachagua today speaking has actually revealed to us that these by-elections are going to act as a litmus paper for what we should expect in the year 2027. But I ask, why should the president stay away from this? The man that he sent to represent him he sent several men to represent him in different areas. In Mbeere North, he sent his deputy president, Kithure Kindiki. In Malava constituency, a delegation led by East PA Farouk Kibet has been there. And in Kasipul, the Senate Majority Leader Aaron Cheriot has been representing him. The other areas also he has representatives. But he himself has failed to show up to campaign for UDA candidates in this by-election. Now this is what is going to happen. One, Mother Karua told us that President William Ruto has coordinated several attacks or several violence actions that might take place tomorrow, where he himself will be out of the country, so fingers can't be pointed at him. You cannot actually say that the president gave the order for this to happen, yet he is not in the country. The man is a man that knows how to play his game. Remember, during the Gen Z demonstrations back in the year 2024, when the Gen Z took to the street, not in 2024, in 2023, when the demonstrations led by then former Prime Minister Raila Amolo Odinga, the president left the nation. The man that was left in power was none other than then his deputy president, Rigathi Gachagua. Violence happened in different parts of the country, where we saw goons invade the property of the former president Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, stealing goats from his Northland farm and even setting his farm on fire. At Raila Amolo Odinga's company at Mombasa Road, also goons were sent there and they invaded the company, which is a gas company. Now, who actually received the blame of those actions? It was none other than Rigathi Gachagua. Rigathi Gachagua and all other members of President William Ruto's government, including Kimani Ichung'wah, they were the ones that were pointed out for being involved in orchestrating chaos and property destruction that happened in that demonstration. Tomorrow, same card is being played. The president will relinquish himself from any blames, for he is out of the country. Who is left to take over power if the president is out of the country? The man in control is none other than the deputy president, Kithure Kindiki. A man that does not realize how the cards of politics are played. A man that remains only to sing campaign chants all over the country. But tomorrow, something is planned to happen. I inform you that as we speak, in these different constituencies where by-elections are meant to take place, police officers, DSU elite squad has been deployed to deal with the voters who might actually try to actually question what will be happening tomorrow. You have heard of claims of voter bribery that is expected to take place tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a well-orchestrated card. It is a well-played-out game that President William Ruto, being the master of deception, has crafted and is ready to play. The question that we leave is to the IEBC. Are you ready to leave this country to actually be like how Kivoito led the country in the year 2007? Or are you ready to lead this country to a path that the late Wafula Chebukati led this country to in the year 2022? It's a question that you should answer. You know, the president won't be pointed out. The IEBC chairman now, Erastus Edang Edokon, he is the man that will be pointed out together with the deputy president and other individuals, including the IG of police. Ladies and gentlemen, remember, this is a litmus paper of how the 2027 general election will be. And President William Ruto is a man that does not actually cede to anybody. He does not accept defeat. I would love to hear your sentiments in regards to this matter. Leave a comment on the comment section. See you in our next video. This is the Kenyan Daily Report.